So I'm usually posting about my RC misfortunes, but guys, the other day I probably had one of the best RC car days I've had in a long time. I'm excited to share it with you. It ended absolutely insane. Make sure you watch till the end. Enjoy. What is up, guys? My name is Mark Santamaria. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the RC vlog. Guys, the last 4 days have been at the track, so it feels good to be back in the garage and work on some crawlers, bashers, drag cars, all of the above. But guys, have you ever had that time where you thought about an RC car you wanted, slept on it, didn't buy it, it kind of just kept like burning into your mind that you needed it and you needed it and you needed it? Well, there has been an RC car on my mind, and we're gonna pick one up today. But before we do, I have to clear off all these projects. I got to finish my TRX4, and then I have to get my drag car ready for tonight, because tonight there's a list shakeup race. That's where we basically clear the entire drag race list off, and then we do a round robin bracket to figure out who the fastest is. So I got to do some tuning on it because I want to be up top. But I got a lot of work to do. Then we're going to run to the store and pick up the car that I've been thinking about nonstop for the past like 5 or 6 days. Here's the status of the TRX4 that I plan on turning into a rock crawler rig. I have the Spectrum 2-in-1 motor and ESC already in. I did take all the electronics out. I need to put the receiver in. Look, there's gonna be nothing on this side but a switch. I was planning on switching the servo out. I have the Traxxas servo in there now, but I was planning on switching the servo out for this guy to match all the Spectrum electronics. However, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this servo in that car right there, because I heard that you can just put a servo in, use an aluminum servo horn, and it will get rid of all the steering slop. So we're gonna try that in another video. There's my drag car that I got to work on tonight. All right, guys, this thing is done, and I absolutely love it. First off, I hooked it up to the DX5 Rugged, and I feel like the steering is actually smoother. Like, it's a little more linear. It feels freaking great. I did keep the Traxxas servo in there, but I don't know if it's just the remote and the receiver. I mean, that has to be what it is, but it definitely feels more sensitive. It feels amazing. Now, one thing I will say is this little scrolling button right here, it's kind of a pain in the butt. Like, you have to kind of move your finger up and down. It's a little weird. I haven't even set the name because that's going to take me a while, but just setting endpoints and stuff like that, it was a little strange. It's going to take some getting used to for sure. In regards to the truck, I'll show you everything I did to it, but I first wanted to show you, look at the low speed throttle. That's freaking awesome. I'll run it up on the ramp so you guys can see a little bit better, but this is on 3S. It's a TRX4 Sport, so there's not 2 speed, it's just 1 speed. But it has plenty of power. Definitely fast enough to be a trail truck. Now, this one isn't set up to be a trail truck. This is strictly set up to be a rock crawler. I know what you guys are thinking. The cage on the back is probably not good for the low center of gravity. I'm gonna keep it on there for now because I think it looks cool. I mean, I want it to look kind of cool, but I can always take that cage off. But guys, this thing is freaking sick. Look at those Vanquish wheels with the holy bead locks. Okay. I'll show you the low speed going up on this ramp. It's really, really good. Watch this, guys. So, low speed. That is freaking, look at that. The low speed control is awesome. I'll put a link in the description to this ESC motor. It's a ESC motor 2-in-1. So it's just the motor. It's not actually an ESC. The ESC is actually in the motor. I did have to do a couple of things that I want to show you guys. In case you decide you want to get one, you need one thing. Now, one thing I really like about the DX5 Rugged is this right here. You basically set it down just like that. Nice and stable. You can set your remote down. There's little rubber protection pieces so you don't scratch your radio. That's freaking awesome. So you definitely need a program box whenever you get this ESC motor if you want to put it in a TRX4, because you have to reverse the motor rotation. This might be simple for most guys. If you get a newer one, you're not gonna have a problem. I actually had to update my programmer box because mine was out of date, and I don't use Windows machines, and the upgrade software for is Windows. So I had to actually scavenge out an old Windows computer to get this updated. But you do need this to reverse the rotation of the motor. Here is the brushless motor and ESC. This thing, I love it, guys. So far, I mean, I haven't even taken it out, but it feels freaking amazing. Here is the truck. So one thing I did is I took the bumpers off and I put this big metal one on. I actually had this, I forgot where I got it. I got it off a lot or something, but I basically flipped the bumper bracket upside down. It raises the approach angle, but when you do it, you have to cut the body out a little bit. And as you can see, I guess you have to cut it out in the back for sure. You can see right there in the back. I have to cut it out because I reversed it in the back also. So basically just flip the bumper bracket upside down and it gives you a little bit more approach and I guess, what do they call that? Leave angle? I don't know. I also took the rock sliders off. The main reason why I took the rock sliders off is I flipped the receiver box around. So usually this side is over here. I flipped it around because these wires were too short, and instead of putting extensions on there, because I might want to run this in water, I just flipped this box around and took the rock sliders off. That also gives me a little bit more ground clearance. Here are all the pieces I took off: my rock sliders, my bumpers, the motor, ESC, receiver, and then I took the BEC cover off. But guys, this thing, I can't wait to go crawling. This is going to be so much fun. Hi guys, up next is my drag car. So what I'm gonna do on my drag car is I am going to take these shock limiters out inside the shocks. The car comes stock with shock limiters. I'm gonna take those out, and I'm also gonna go a lot lighter in the shock fluid. One of my buddies who has one of these dialed in, he told me to change the pistons, but instead of changing the pistons, I'm just gonna go 20 weight in the shock oil and take the shock limiters out, and we're gonna see how it works then. And I'm hoping I can tighten the slipper a little bit more and get a little more speed out of this sucker. Let me get these shocks off. Oh man, we're cutting time close. I gotta leave like stat if I want to swing by the store and pick up the car that I've been thinking about. But the drag car is ready. I changed all the shock oil, took the shock limiters out of the rear. There were no shock limiters in the front. These are bump stops, not shock limiters. Shock limiters go inside the shock body. I also added a ton of weight in the front. This is just like a plastic piece. It was like actually a piece of Tupperware that I cut. I screwed it on and then just put some stick weights on there. I'm seeing a lot of people put weight on the front of their car. I'm gonna give it a shot and see how it is, but the drag car is ready to make another shot at the list. All right, we made it to drag racing, but I gotta open this thing up. I'm so excited about this thing. Boom, guys, I got another Maxx Slash. So I feel like when the Maxx Slash came out, I did the review on it, I took it to Thornhill, and I really didn't get a lot of time to really enjoy it. And with the recent sale, when you buy a Maxx Slash, you get basically a completer pack for free. I think it's the $240 value. I started eyeballing the green one. Look at the green one. Oh my God, so sick. So I have some plans for this thing. I'm super stoked to just start driving them again. But if you've been on the fence about getting a Maxx Slash, you definitely want to check it out right now because the deal that's going on right now is absolutely insane. Guys, let's take this thing out of the box. Oh my goodness. Guys, this screen, absolutely insane. Oh my goodness. Oh man. All right, as much as I want to sit here and just admire this thing, I got to get ready. I got to start running the drag slash because after all the changes I made, I haven't done a pass yet. They're getting everything set up now. There's Coop, he's sitting there. he's watching me record. So I got to get to work, but holy smokes, guys. Oh man, I freaking love it. All right, guys, we're about to kick off a list shakeup. So basically that means everyone's off the list and we're racing to see who gets on the list. Unfortunately, in the draw, I drew number 1 on the list, which is Brandon. So that means I have to race the number 1 car on the list just to get past the first round, which sucks. But this is the old, actually both of them were number 1 at some point. So let's see how this one is.
Right lane ready? Ready.
Definitely looks like a left lane. All right, here we go.
All right. Mike, you good?
Racing Brandon number 1. Good luck, man. Hey, if I get knocked out in the first round, I want to be knocked out by the number 1, but it would suck to get knocked out by like Brett or something, you know? Sorry, Brett.
Imagine how bad you would feel.
That would feel awful if I lost to Brett in the first round.
Left lane ready? Ready. Right lane ready?
Ready.
Ah!
Whew.
I'm out.
I ran the line, like mega ran the line. Oh my goodness. Oh, I ran the line, but I took the win. Jeez, that was close. Oh man, guys, I got super freaking lucky on that one. I was close for sure. Now, unfortunately, I'm racing the other super fast guy, Larry, in round 2. So I have like the hardest trip to the list. It sucks. Both these cars are super sick. That's like a CUDA and dang it. I should know what that is.
Right lane ready?
I'm not even gonna mess myself up. Ooh, that was close. Right lane by a bumper. Wow. Dang, that's insane. Guys, I messed that up. That green one was a Charger and the other one was a Malibu. All right, I'm gonna get this race because that blue truck right there, that's James Titus. He sits on the wheelie bar and just goes all the way down. And you're about to see it happen.
Left lane ready? Ready. Right lane ready? Ready.
Just wheelie all the way down. This is my second round. I'm racing Brett, which I would consider Brett part of my team, so it kind of sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. MSM or RC Box Club?
Speed him at his own game. MSM!
That is MSM. Dang it. What side do you want?
Use your side. I don't care which one you
I want the right side. We totally flipped for just the sake of flipping. All right, here we go.
Left lane ready? Yep. Right lane ready?
Ready.
Watch the light.
Did I cross or did I ride the line? All right, we're running it back because we're about 50-50 whether I was on the line or crossed.
Left lane ready? Yep. Right lane ready?
Ready.
Watch the light. Oh, man. Lean back. Brett, are you pedaling it or is that slipping?
I pedaled it.
I pedaled it at the beginning.
All right, there was a little drama there. So it looked like I rode the line. We watched the video and basically half the people said I rode the line, half the people said I crossed. So we decided to run it back and I ended up getting it when we ran it back. So I do move on. I got past the first 2 rounds. Whew, that was close. All right, guys, final 4. On the first race, flipping for the, you can call it.
Who's going to call it? Box club.
Damn.
Box club it is. Left lane ready?
Ready.
Right lane ready? Ready.
Good God. All right, she's a little scratched up, but she looks fine. Jeez,
Looks like you raced Titus.
that was rough. All right, guys, this is the last and final race for 1 and 2. I made it this far. I still win 1 more. And for the record, Larry is the one person that I was worried about today. I was worried about a few people, but Larry's the scariest one of all. All right.
Left lane ready? I am ready. Right lane ready?
Ready. I got it! Woo!
Hey, Brandon.
I did it, guys. Yes! Hey, good race, man.
That slipper locked back up.
I wouldn't have made it here without I took your advice, lighting the oil up. So This is Larry. Larry's the one that told me what to do to my car. He's been #1 for such a long time. So yeah, I made it. So thank you. It's crazy that I beat you at the end, but you probably would have got me if you would have went straight.
It's called racing.
It is called racing. I'm sure you'll get me next week or next time we race.
It's called racing, not winning.
Dang, that was crazy.
I'm pretty sure the drag racing's over now.
Yeah, we're done. I think this is it for the MS. We've concluded who the best is. This is the last race of the MSM RTR Drag Racing Series. Thanks, guys, for everything. We're #1.